Our next story is from Oman. Tomorrow is a big day in the Sultanate. The world's eyes will be on its capital, Muscat. Why do I say this? Because Oman will host the US and Iran for talks. They've done this before. Remember, Oman played mediator in 2015 as well, when the first nuclear deal was signed. And it will do so again tomorrow. So what's on tomorrow's agenda? Iran's nuclear program. Again, you heard that right. The US and Iran do not have formal diplomatic ties, so they are sitting down for talks in a neutral country, Oman. Leading the American delegation is Steve Witkoff. He is US President Donald Trump's golf buddy, also Washington's special envoy to the Middle East. The Iranian side will be led by their foreign minister, and the talks tomorrow could have global consequences. I'll tell you why. Iran's nuclear program has been a flashpoint for years. Tehran insists that it is for civilian purposes. But the US and its allies have their doubts. They feel Iran is building a nuclear bomb. And a big reason for that is Donald Trump. He exited the first nuclear deal. That's when he was president in 2018. And he slapped more sanctions on Iran. He also ordered a drone strike, killing a top Iranian general. And how did Iran respond? By enriching their uranium from 3.6% to 60%, 3.6 to 60. Iran is about 6 months away from building a nuclear bomb. This is as per the latest estimates. Now, Donald Trump is back in office, and this time he wants to make a new deal. So they're meeting in Oman to discuss. But here is where it gets messy. Trump made the announcement last week. He said the talks will be direct, but Tehran gave out a different version. They say the talks will be indirect. There's deep mistrust, and it's already showing, even before the talks begin. Trump also gave Iran 2 ultimatums. First, no nuclear weapons, and second, conclude a deal in 2 months or face military action. Listen to this.
I think if the talks aren't successful with Iran, I think Iran is going to be in great danger. And I hate to say it, great danger, because they can't have a nuclear weapon.
So Trump's message is loud and clear: play ball or face bombs. How is Iran responding? A bit more maturely. Tehran says it welcomes talks with the US. They want cooperation, not conflict. As per reports, Iran is open to an interim deal. Iranian officials say that Trump's 2-month deadline is too short, so a comprehensive agreement may not be possible. It needs more time. For now, Iran wants an interim deal. They're hoping to prevent military escalation. And they've also made some demands. No more sanctions and no military threats. Like I said, the talks begin tomorrow. The backdrop has been anything but peaceful. The US has increased its military presence around Iran. An additional aircraft carrier has been deployed. We already told you about the B-2 bombers in Diego Garcia. They have already been put to action. Their target? Iran's proxy groups. The Americans continue to bomb the Houthis in Yemen, and Israel already took care of Hamas and Hezbollah. These proxy groups gave Iran strategic depth, but now they're out of the picture. And things are only getting worse for the Islamic regime. Experts say Iran's military is at its weakest. Key generals have been assassinated. The Israeli airstrikes last year only deepened those wounds. As for the economy, it has been crippled by years of sanctions. So Iran has a weak military and a bad economy. It's a dangerous combo for any country. That explains their shift in tone. Iran's president said his country does not want war. They're seeking peace and dialogue.
We want peace. We want security. We are people of dialogue, but with dignity and pride. We are not seeking war, but in the face of any aggression, with the knowledge and capability that our dear ones Iranian scientists have created, we will stand powerfully.
So what's the big picture? Israel will be watching the talks closely. Netanyahu is not really a patient leader. For him, Iran having nuclear weapons is the red line, and he wants to blow up Iran's nuclear facilities.
First of all, Iran. We agree that Iran will not have nuclear weapons. This can be done in an agreement, but only if this agreement is a Libya-style agreement, that we go in, blow up the facilities, dismantle all the equipment, under American supervision and American execution. That is good.
Clearly, Israel and the US are in the same boat. What about Iran? Who is backing them? China and Russia. They have warned against any military action targeting Iran. So what should we expect tomorrow? At best, an interim deal and a roadmap for future talks. At worst, a clash of egos that would push the region closer to conflict. Because as things stand, trust remains in short supply.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.